what's up? Welcome to the Otherz podcast. I am your host, Stephen Penny. Joining me, as always, Mr. King of Creams himself, Dave Travis. What's up, Dave?
Live from the 718, King of Creams. What's going on, everybody? Penny, what is up?
All good here, all good. Cold, but good. Should we start? Well, this week we're going to talk provider. But should we start with something else, actually, quickly? Let's start with I was going to start with latest pickups, because I know you love that term. And we'll get them out of the way. I don't know if you've got any. But I was going to say there's one I wanted to mention. I've actually got quite a few this week, in fact.
Yeah, I know. You need to slow down, because you're becoming like a UK version of King of Creams. King of Crumbs. King of Crumbs. I feel like that's how European people would say it.
Is that what it sounds like?
No. Can you? How do Americans sound? This I gotta hear.
I don't think this is the time or the place for me to offend a lot of people.
We're going to offend everyone right now. That's all I gotta say. We're going to offend everybody.
Most of our listeners are from the US, so I'm going to keep my impressions to myself, or just privately between us, I think.
You got it.
But let's start with some quick latest pickups, I guess. And I want to give a shout out to Mr. King of Creams, because today I received a little box from the postman with some goodies in it. There was a nice BBC N.E.R.D t-shirt in there that was released recently at the New York store.
Oof.
So thank you for that. You are my own personal Santa Claus.
Hey, we are officially blood brothers now. So it's my pleasure, Penny. I'm sick, guys, by the way, so I feel like I'm always sick. So that's why my voice is not full there.
I thought you were implying you're sick as in like the other.
Well, I'm sick like that too, but that's like
so
New York
in both
sick.
ways. And in both ways, okay. And a box of goodies for myself and my kids. So yeah, appreciate that. So
yeah, you got it, man.
Thank you to Mr. King of Creams.
Thank you very much for thanking me.
Also, I'll run off my other latest random pickups as well. Shout out to Shaolin Slums again. I think we mentioned him a couple of weeks ago. I bought some shoes from him. I didn't buy anything from him this time, but there were another pair of BBC Deck shoes, the Starfield ones.
I saw those.
Available on Depop or eBay. I can't remember where it was now. He was actually going to buy them for himself and resell them, but he saw them. He knew they were like roughly my size. So he gave me a first go on them. So I snapped those up for some kind of bargain price. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, good for you, man. Those are actually really nice. I saw you with them. And I'm like, man, I haven't seen these in a long time. I actually do not have those.
Yeah, they pop up every now and again, and whenever they have, I think like I said with the other Deck shoes, they're never my size. Yeah, so these are one size too big, but I thought I can live with that.
And you know what? I feel like those fit either a full size or a half size too big anyway. Because I have a lot of other like the yacht shoes as well, and I got to get like an 8. I'm a size 9 people, but I have to get like an 8. Just to have it fit correctly sometimes. So I feel like those are like a full size bigger or a half size. But those are actually really nice. I saw those and I'm like, I need those. If anybody has them, let me know.
I'll get around to trying them on probably in around 6 months' time when there's no snow here anymore.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
And also another pair of shoes that I can't wear for another 6 months. Another pair of tennis shoes, the brown and the pinks. They were the ones I originally wanted because I love that brown and pink like colorway on anything basically. And they sold out.
That's that Colette.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and these ones sold out pretty quickly. I picked up all the other kind of colorways for them, but I happened to randomly check the Adidas site the other day, and they for some reason had some back in stock.
Yeah, those are part of the second batch. The first batch was the white and green. You had the white and yellow, and then the next batch was they call it like multicolor. Those are actually probably one of the best of the four, in that set. And you can wear them without socks. I don't wear shoes without socks, but those you can get away with it. Those are really nice.
Yeah, so I've got all the colorways now. I've not wore a single pair of them yet, but at some point soon, this country, the weather will, be a bit more forgiving, and I can actually wear stuff like that.
Yeah, they must have dropping. Too early. They must have dropped at least 25 different colors. I'm missing 3 from the men's because they have a women's now too, and
kids as well now.
And the kids as well. I gotta call up for.
Don't let my kids see them.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that kid color. I'll tell you that much. But
to be fair, I saw the kids ones listed under these, and I was about to cop them. They've got like a burgundy red color.
Yeah, it's like a brick type
like
of
a navy
looker.
blue. And I was like, damn, I didn't know these were coming out. These are dope. I'll buy a pair. Then realise, they were kid sizes.
Yeah, I know. Me and shout out to Chris Sorensen. Me and Chris did the same thing. We were like, wait a minute. Oh, these are awesome. I'm like, all right, I can't find my size. And then I looked, and they were kid sizes.
Yeah.
So.
And then we may as well talk about the other NMDs in a sec, but my last cop of the week, BBC EU putting out some more really, really dope stuff. So another hoodie from there, an EU exclusive pink one with embroidered roses on the front.
Wow. Penny styling.
They've got some real nice stuff at the moment. I'm trying not to buy anything from the EU store, knowing that I could be visiting one of the other stores around the world at some point soon, and my credit card may take a bit of a hammering there, but I couldn't resist this one.
Penny, that's a lot of pickups, man. I haven't picked up a lot. I'm lying.
You've always got stuff in the post.
Well, I want to give a shout out. First of all, I'm shouting out two people. First of all, we got to give a shout out to, today is JP's birthday. So,
yeah, for sure.
JP, man, happy birthday. But big shout out to JP. If you guys don't follow JP, then you can't be down with the Otherz crew, man. He's an OG, man, that kid. So big shout out to JP. Happy birthday, bro. And you know what? I'm gonna give a shout.
He is.
Yeah, well,
sorry, I was gonna say he's JP 20 on Instagram, is he? Yep. So yeah, follow him.
Maybe one day you guys will meet, but I don't know. Anyway, you know what I want to give a shout out to? And I've really been talking to him for a long time over the past 2 weeks. If you guys follow me, you know I take forever to get back to a DM. But Member George.
Yes.
Bro. Do you hear the silence in that silence?
I'm just silently nodding in agreement.
He is low-key OG. And I'm going to leave it at that. I talk to him almost every couple of nights when I'm at home when I can't sleep, or he's up. He sends me these pictures. He has these pictures. He has all this content that nobody else has seen.
Hold on. So at night when you can't sleep, he's sending you pictures. Oh.
Penny, this is not that type of radio show, okay? All right, that's the Otherz After Dark. Wait, let me go back and let me rephrase the Member George thing. So Member George sends me nerd pictures of this is sounding bad. All right, you know what? Just shout out to Member George. I'm done. All right. The others, man. That's it. He's gonna kill me after he hears this. He'd be like, Dave, what the hell? Anyway, my two latest pickups, I picked up have not been Pharrell joints, to be honest with you. I actually picked up a pair of Air Jordans again. AJKO, they're called. They've been released back in the day.
You're back in the Jordan game?
No. Let's stop that right now. No.
Okay.
I can't. And I actually picked up, for my brother actually picked me up the Rock Nation. They did a collab with Air Force One, so Rockefeller Records. So that's actually my newest pickup for the two. That's not Pharrell. Last month I picked up a couple of obviously the Hues, the new Hues that just dropped out. I picked those up. I actually finally, guys, I finally got the lipstick boutiques. You know how long I've been looking for those? Like the King of Creams did not have the lipstick boutiques at all. So that really made my day. But all I'm gonna say is this: my next couple of pickups are gonna be so dope. Put it this way: I'm gonna retire. Because after I get these next couple of shoes, there is nothing else for me to get. Nothing. Except having, I actually saw a pair of boutiques with keyboards on them. They were, yeah. I can't tell you who had them, but I saw them and they had keyboards on them. And I was like, All right, so how much blood do I have to sell to get these? Yeah, keyboard flavor, but we'll leave it at that.
More than blood, I think.
Yeah, so those are my pickups. So once again, shout out to JP, happy birthday, man. And shout out to member George, the original low-key OG, man. And I only do 2 shout outs a day. That's it. I'm done.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Should we have a quick talk about the new NMDs which have cropped up in the last few days?
I got to go. I'm not talking about this, Penny. I can't.
There's the kind of African pack, which I don't think we've had confirmation on yet, but there's been some images leaked. Then there's there's 4 in that pack.
They say then Motherland, which is actually really cool. That's what the numbers. It says Motherland. And you have the China pack.
Then the China pack with the 4 colors in there, and they do look really good. Let
me tell you, Penny. There's I'm not sure if you guys have. I think I was talking to you about it. There's the broke ass pack. When you buy too many MDs, they say broke ass on the left and right foot.
That's what we need, just a pair of those each.
Yeah, it says broke ass. That's the first one. The second one says can't pay rent, left and right shoe. The third one says here, take all my money. And the fourth one is blank. You basically can just write anything you want if you can afford a marker to write it on. So broke ass pack. But anyway, the China and the Afro pack, I'm actually looking forward to. Not gonna lie.
And then today, well, I think it was teased yesterday, but then today I think partially confirmed the BBC collaboration one. Yeah. Which I believe we've only seen a side-on view of one, I think, so far. One says heart, and I'm imagining the other says mind or something like that.
Did you see what just came up today on Instagram? A while back, Pharrell.
If it's anything different to what I just mentioned, then no.
Dude, I don't know what they are. I just saw them real quick as I woke up in the morning. Pharrell was holding a picture of, it almost looked like they remind me of the rising sun Japanese flag.
Oh, yes, I did see it. And I saw, yes, there has been another picture of those kind of leaked out as well. Yes.
Those look like the old Sean Kemp basketball shoes, if anyone ever collected basketball shoes in the mid-90s. But they have the Boost material on it. I'm thinking they're going to sell out very quickly. It almost is like a sock built into it.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're like the kind of Nike and Adidas like football boots that they're doing at the moment with the sock that goes kind of right up around the ankle.
Yeah, I mean, see, I thought last year was going to be the I'm not going to have any money to do anything type, but it looks like it's going to be this year. 2018 is going to be bananas with the shoes, man. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm really excited to it. And I'm actually looking forward to the next pickup I make. I'm going to shock the world with these. That's all I got to say.
And I'm looking at a picture now, actually. So yeah, you got the yellow, red, and then kind of green highlights to them as well.
I'm into it.
They're growing on me. Every time I sort of look, when I first saw them originally, maybe a few days back or a week ago, I wasn't too sure, but yeah, the more pictures I see of them, which I think these are just like renders of them as opposed to actual pictures.
An actual picture, right?
But yeah, they're growing on me. Yeah.
You know, Penny, let me ask you before we get into this. If you can remember, guys, just so you know, Penny is also a low key sneakerhead too. He knows a lot about a lot of the releases. So I ask JP this question all the time. I'm gonna ask you. Since the release of Adidas and Pharrell, what has been your favorite release since they've been released in 2015? You had the solid pack, you had the polka dot pack, you have the beaded, you had the jacquard, super shell, super color, palm tree, NMD, pink beach.
I've got a few polka dots I really like.
I'm actually wearing them now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've got like the red and blue ones, which I've absolutely worn to death, and I need to try and find another pair of them.
Wait, which ones?
The mini red and blues.
So it's the blue with the red polka dot?
Yes.
Penny, really, bro? Don't look any further. Are you kidding me?
All right.
Bro. See, hold on. Let me stop you right there. I want everybody to know this. If you think my ice cream game, I don't post a lot of Adidas, right? Because I'm a huge Instagram brain person, right? So I know my followers, they like the whole Adidas thing, but I don't get a lot of likes when I post Adidas. Sometimes I even lose followers. So I very rarely post it. But Penny, my Adidas game is almost as nasty as my ice cream game. So when I tell you, don't look any further for those, trust me, I got you. I must have
Good
8 pairs of those.
I'll add that to the list.
But go ahead.
And then the pony hairs I really liked.
I broke those out last night.
I saw you posted about them, yes. I have a black pair. I am still on the lookout for a white pair.
No, don't look at me. No, not happening.
But if anyone out there does have a pair, then let me know. A white pair would get absolutely ruined in this country, as with all of my shoes, but I'd take a white pair for the summer. And then, yeah, like the tennis hues recently, I think as you've said a few times, they're just...
Top shoe.
They're dead simple, they're light, they're comfy, the colours are really nice, they're really well made. They're low key, but they are really nice. And that's why I've gone out recently and I've bought, I don't know, I probably have 10 or 12 pairs of them now in the different colours and variations.
You got to post a picture. So, I want to see that.
Yeah, I'll dig them all out. A lot of them are still in boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
Waiting for the summer. But yeah, I've been slowly accumulating quite a few of them.
If I had to pick 3, because you went with 3, I would say, believe it or not, obviously the hues are up there. I really like they came out with the Pioneer, they called it. That's the one with the beads that was supposedly only 50 in the world, which I really don't believe because I have 10 at home. So there can't be 50 in the world.
Hashtag humble brag. I've got 10 at home.
I'm sorry. It ain't bragging if you can do it, James Dean. So those, the hues, and super colors I didn't like because if you have a pair of super colors, they're falling apart. I thought they were made cheaply. Excuse me. I would have to say, you guys are gonna kill me, but I really like the palm tree release. I was really into that.
Yeah, I've got a pair of those as well.
Oh, that's another pickup I had. Those rare palm trees for the that Adidas never put out. 5 in the world.
Hashtag humble brag again.
5. Come on, dude. What are we singing today? Woke up, I had the same clothes on. I can't sing.
Yeah, I wasn't even going to try. My voice does not work in that way. But yeah, we are going to talk provider this week, I guess, as we work through these videos. And then next week, we've got something very, very different. But this is the last single off of In Search Of. The single was released in 2002. I don't remember the month. Number 20 in the UK charts, which is fairly respectable. Also hit the Dutch and the Swedish charts, but was like 90-something, 40-something. As with the other 2 videos, directed by Diane Martel. And this is the video. I really like the video. It actually tells a story as opposed to...
And it's a meaningful story.
Yeah. The Rockstar one was just like, we don't have any budget left, as we talked about, sort of last week. Let's just throw something together. This actually tells a bit of a story.
Meant something.
There's a meaning to the song and to the story itself. So yeah, it's one of my favourite videos, one of my favourite songs off of the album itself.
Let me tell you something. When I first heard that, it was different because the tempo was a lot slower. When I first heard that, I was not really feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. I always used to get that song confused with Bobby James for some reason. Now I love it. The song I love the video more than I love the song. But obviously, like a lot of the stuff on N.E.R.D had to grow on me. So it was one of the slower songs that really did good. And you didn't see a lot of slow songs being released as a single from, a rock star group. So the storyline and even the cameos that were in the video was actually really cool as well. First person I noticed, Pusha. I saw him standing outside the store. I'm like, that's Pusha.
Yeah.
That's Pusha T right there.
And then you've also got small cameos from Travis Barker and Tony Hawk in the store.
And they were huge back then.
Yeah, definitely.
But Provider is another song where me personally, I think the original sounds better. I don't know why. It's just very raw. It's very Pharrell. Looking back at it, it's very Neptunes. It's very N.E.R.D. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, Penny, if you can listen to the original Provider, it sounds really nice. It sounds dope.
I have it. Don't worry.
It's like a perfect defect, you know. Ding, ding,
I need that sound effect, don't I? But then
okay.
I don't have time.
I'm gonna send them. I have them all.
All
I have them all. I'm gonna send them to you.
Okay.
But tell me what you thought of the song. Tell me like what your opinion is of it, you personally.
Yeah, like I say, it's one of my favourites. It is one of the, we're using the word two words, low key, quite often so far. But it is one of those low key ones on the album. It's not a big standout track, although it was a single. But I think the single was kind of overshadowed because they re-released Lap Dance as a B-side on it, I think, as well, if I remember rightly. But no, it's one that I've always really liked. Again, the video, I really like it, and the fact that it has an actual meaning to it. It was, I've seen it played live, God knows how many times now, and I think it came out at a certain time, when there were, which war would it have been in Afghanistan? I guess.
I was just gonna bring that up. That was like a year after 9/11.
Yeah, and it turns the whole song into a kind of completely different thing. It makes it. Yeah. It's almost like it's an anti-war song, basically. And you see that in the story in the video with the guy Brad Renfro, who kind of signs up to the military and kind of goes off because he wants to kind of try and look after his family in some way. And let me tell you. And then also, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, and also in the video, they switch it up to one of the, in the last third of it, I guess, or whatever it is, last quarter, they switch it up to a live version where they're actually at a gig and they're singing about the war being over, as opposed to the original lyrics. And every time I've seen it live, I think it's been switched up to that, because that has been going on around the world somewhere.
Right, and I was just going to get back to what you were saying about the extra storyline. That was true for a lot of people that were, going, to the military at that time. A lot of my friends that went in could relate to that video because it was one of those like, okay, you know what? I still need to support the family, but yet I still want to go fight for, my country. So it meant a lot to a lot of people, and it was also a sign of the times back then. So the video was very significant. Like you said, it was definitely overshadowed. And maybe the first time listening to it, a lot of people really didn't get it because it was something totally different. But looking back on it right now, even watching the video again, it really brings back a lot of memories. And I like that when they do things like that because it lets you know what was, like I said, lets you know what's going on with the country or what politics at that time. So it was more than a song to a lot of people. I definitely want to point that out, especially being from New York and, that whole war and all this nonsense. So 100%. It was a video that I think that N.E.R.D kind of stuck with their roots, still on a bicycle. They're still in the neighborhood. They're still riding their bikes. The video didn't cost $1 million, to make. It was still simple. So once again, still a sign of the times, still, classy, still N.E.R.D, still sticking to the roots.
And I liked that other side of the video as well, with them on the BMXs, riding through the streets, going to the 7-Eleven, just following down the street as they do tricks, and just for some reason I kind of really like that aspect of the video.
It's one of those where it's like when you were riding your bike, you almost felt like you were them. And they were still one of the groups back then that can still put on a quote unquote low budget film, low budget movie, low budget video, and still, it's dope. Penny, not for nothing, we should definitely redo the video over.
You got the bikes?
No.
Okay.
We can walk. We can walk and sing.
I'll bring all my shoes with me. We can walk, and we can just walk the shoes as we go.
Yeah.
We've got to put all these shoes to use at some point, haven't we? So we may as well walk in them, I guess.
Did we say that? Did we say that Travis Barker was in it?
Yeah,
we did. Okay.
So he's the guy behind Pharrell in the queue in the store.
Right.
I think we may see him one other point, but that's kind of the main point when you see him.
Let me ask you, on the CD, was that number 3? Do you remember?
On the album, good question. I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm sure we'll get a DM about it.
Somebody will tell us, I'm sure. Not that we don't need to know, but I'm just looking around to see if I've got the CD handy somewhere, but I don't.
I had the single. Like I said, I still collect records. And you're right. On the flip side, it was Rockstar. So if you started out on the wrong side and you flipped it over to hear Provider, it was like, okay, I'm done, and you flip it back over. Although the remixes were pretty dope.
Yeah, you had there was like the 007 remix.
Yeah,
and there was the video
I remember that
version
much
as well, and there was another one as well, I think, on there as well.
Yeah, I definitely remember that much. But yeah, I'm curious to know what I think it was number 3. I haven't listened to the album in order in the longest time. I'm trying to channel my 22-year-old Dave right there. 21, 22, something like that.
I'm the same. I listen to these tracks every day, but they pop up in random orders. So, yeah, off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you. Worth probably mentioning the two sort of main people in the video as well. Kelly Garner plays the young woman in the video. She's an actress, has done TV, movies and stuff. And then Brad Renfro is the guy in the video who I didn't really know anything of until I was looking into the video. But he won like a bunch of awards when he was younger. For what was it he was in? Is it Sleepers or something?
I actually did not know that.
Yeah, he's won like a bunch of Young Star awards between sort of 95 and 99, and up and coming rising performer things at some film festivals. But then, yeah, unfortunately died when he was 25.
Get out of here! I did not know that.
Yeah, died in 2008 from a heroin overdose.
Oh, come on.
It seems he had quite a checkered past.
Yikes.
With crime and substance abuse and whatnot. And unfortunately, didn't make it out of it.
Oh no, man, that's kind of sad. Happy thoughts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
happy. Let's get happy.
Downer on the podcast, but there we go.
Let's get happy. Wow. So we haven't done this before in the past. I want to give all the songs a rating, man. Should we do 1 to 10 or 1 to 5? I think we do 1 to 10.
Of In Search Of?
Of Provider. What would you give it? I say the one was.
We can do the whole album if you wanted, seeing as this is the last song on the album we're going to talk about in terms of the videos.
If you want to go through the tracks, I'll tell you exactly what I'll give them.
All right, hold on then. Let me Google the track listing. Hold on.
Let's do. You know what? We'll do 1 through 10 because 1 to 5 is you don't really. I mean, if you get a 3, it's kind of okay, So
there's no nuance to it.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do 1 to 10.
Provider is track number 5, by the way.
Number 5. Yeah, I was close.
Yeah. All right then. We've got 13 tracks here. We'll go with track number 1, Lap Dance. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being you'd never listen to it again, 10 being you love it.
Okay, now let's just do it based on the song, not any video, not the promotion behind it, not who was in the song.
Yeah.
Let's just do straight song if you were in the room and we heard it. All right, so 1 to 10, you go first.
Didn't I just ask you? Jesus. Lap Dance, I'm going to give, I'd go 7.
7, agreed. Okay.
Strong song, really recognisable. But as far as songs go, I don't think by any means the best one ever made.
I agree.
Track 2 is technically an intro, so we can skip over that.
Okay.
Track 3, Things Are Getting Better.
A 4.
Really?
I hate that song, actually. Things are not getting better.
I like the drums on it. The drums always sound good.
It's a catchy tune. I'm not into it.
I'll go 6.
Okay.
Track number 4, Brain.
5?
Yeah, I'd say 5, 6. Track number 4.
Play number 3, Joint Called Brain. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right, JT. Track number 5, Provider.
Can we give halves?
Yeah, well, I guess we're making it up as we go. So
7.5.
okay, yeah, 7. I'm up there as well. Truth or Dare?
Oof. Yo, 9.
Yeah, I'd go a strong 8.
There's a version where they ride out that
Yeah.
Yo, I must have a version where it's like 80 minutes at the end and they just keep going. 8. What did I say? 8? I said 9? 9.
Yeah, you said 9.
Okay.
I'd say a strong 8, pushing 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Run to the Sun.
Y'all already know. I was gonna say y'all already know what's number 10. What's gonna get a 10? Run to the Sun is 10. 100%.
Yeah. 9, 10 for me. Love that track.
That might even be 11.
Yeah, it's right up there. Stay Together.
Oh, Stay Together.
You think
8.5.
I'd give it...
8.5.
I was going to say I'd give it a solid 8. High 8, yes. I love that song. There's a lot of memories attached to that song as well, so a strong 8 from me as well.
Okay.
Baby Doll.
7.5.
It's like you can read my mind. I was going to say 7.
We're brothers.
Tape You.
9.5.
It's up, yeah.
Turning the
It's up there. I'd say an 8.
That joint is, yo. I don't want to start bringing up personal memories, but there is a line.
We don't want to know these kind of memories.
There's a line in there at the end. Yo,
this is After Hours, my friend.
Oh my gosh, that song has memories.
But I do remember playing the album, and it's the outro, isn't it, with the sounds?
Yeah.
And I remember there were many times where I'd play that whole album very, very loudly, and that outro would come on in the house or in the car or something, and you'd have to quickly try and find the remote and flick past it because you're in.
And if you are a real N.E.R.D fan, you know that joint at the end was meant for Justin Timberlake. That joint at the end is fire. There's a video online of him and JT, and they're making that song. And Chad comes in, and he says, "I remember this song." So it makes me think that it was supposed to be on JT's album, or maybe they had made it first for the N.E.R.D album, and they're gonna give it to JT. But that joint at the end is serious. So yep, I agree. Keep going, Sir Penny.
All right, next, Am I High?
10. No, wait, I can't give it a 10. Run to the Sun. 9.9.
Yeah, I'd say 8 or 9.
The chords are crazy.
Rockstar.
7.
Yep. Same for me, similar to Lap Dance. It's a recognisable one, goes hard, but yeah, musically and lyrically it's not the best, but it's still a great track. And Bobby James.
I like the ending. I give Bobby James 8.5.
Yep, I was going to say 8 to 9, maybe a 9. Bobby James is one of those ones when I first heard it, I didn't get it. It was a bit too slow for me. Didn't really like it, but over the years it's grown on me a lot. And yeah, I think it's a great track.
So wow, so that's actually really good. So basically, I'm not a mathematician, but if you add up all those numbers, that's like a high 8.
It probably averages 7 to 8, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I guess I'm sure we're gonna have to do this when we get to the new album. So I'm just gonna skip ahead real quick, and I'm gonna tell you what song on the new album. When I first heard it, I hated, but now I play it all the time. You ready for what it is? Kites.
Okay, I always quite like that one.
I skip right over it. This is horrible. But the other day I had it going. Let me tell you something. That may be the second song after Don't Do It. No, it's 1,000. 1,000.
I really liked it. I like the MIA verse on it, which is somehow 2 verses mashed into one through the magic of technology and editing and engineering.
And they need to get Ed Sheeran off that album.
Yeah, I fully concur with you there. I think I've mentioned that a few times in the past, yes.
Yo, I'm sorry. It's like Tyler and Bruno Mars. I'm sorry. Ed Sheeran, he's a good artist, I'm sure. Me personally, I'm not a fan of his. I don't know. What is that?
Luckily he doesn't feature too heavy on the track itself. So you can get away. You can kind of get away with that, but I think on the whole album, the album as a whole, like I don't think the album ends on a bum note because that track has grown on me as well, more and more listens. But to me, that's probably the weakest track on the album, and it ends on it as well, which is always a kind of sour note, I guess.
Let me tell you, you know who I really wanted them to make a song with? I'm not sure if you heard of the guy, but his name is Toro y Moi. Me and JP always said that he should have been the fourth member of N.E.R.D, but I really wanted them to see them make a track with him. So when I saw like Ed Sheeran, I'm like, out of everybody, like out of all the people in the world, they could have made a track with us, Penny. Like Ed Sheeran, like I think him and Pharrell have something, going, like they're like friends or whatever. But just like that song is, I don't even listen to it. That song is straight zero.
Like,
you know what?
It's one of those things. Like Ed's hot. I think in 2017 he was the most streamed artist on Spotify.
That song may be worse than Beautiful. Ooh.
Well, it is, because Beautiful isn't a bad song.
Beautiful is.
And we are about 2 or maybe 3 weeks away from really getting into that.
What's the dude's name? Star Trek World.
Now is not the time.
He tried to put me on blast. Talking about King of Cream's favorite song. You know what? Star Trek World, we're going to unfollow him right now. No, I'm just kidding. Don't unfollow him. He's a nice kid. I actually like him a lot. I think his name is Anthony. Shout out to Anthony. Star Trek World. Beautiful sucks.
I'm with him putting you on blast. Great song. But yeah, we're a couple of weeks away from that yet. So 3 weeks away, I think.
Listen, we got to talk about this. Next time we talk, we have to talk about the giveaway. I want the people to know that we are serious about the Bape giveaway. We haven't forgotten about it.
We can start the giveaway this week if you want. I think we decided our first task, didn't we? So we can give the people out there 1 week to get on it if they're not already on it.
All right, you want to?
I did send you some emailed instructions, didn't I, and rules and regulations. So it may be worth us going through those now very quickly. Right. So you vamp for a moment, I'll dig out emails.
All right, yeah. So just to let everybody know about the giveaway that we're going to do, I started what's called Ice Cream Says, and basically what I would do is just to have fun, and we would actually come up with some tasks that we had to do. And if you got, let's just say we had 5 tasks, if you got a majority of the task, you would win the shoes that we were giving away. A lot of the times people thought that if you didn't get a task, you were out, and that's not the case. You would have to just complete as many, and then whoever had the most would win. We did give you a time limit on the task. The first one, I think, was won by the 6th letter. He's another one, the 6th letter. I'm not sure if you guys follow him. The 6th letter actually won the first pair of what I call the beautiful sneakers, because beautiful sucks, and the board flip 2, yellow and gray, suck. Along with the blue small dollars and diamonds, which sucks. Anyway, so he won the first one. There was a guy by the name of Sir Penny. Penny, you won the second one? I don't know how that happened.
Well, this, to be fair, that was legit, and that was before we were
co-hosts.
Co-hosts and friends.
Exactly. I think that's what made us start to do. You got so happy that you won those. Have you won them yet?
I think I have won them once or twice, yeah.
That wasn't supposed to be...
Again, the weather here doesn't, you've got to wear Timberlands 9 months of the year, 3 months of the year.
I remember texting you on DM because that wasn't supposed to be the giveaway. That wasn't what was I giving away originally? Because we switched it at the end. It wasn't that shoe.
You gave me a choice at the end, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And I just said you could pick. It was up to you. I honestly can't remember. I don't know which way around it was.
But anyway, so Penny and I are going to do what's called, are we still going to call it Ice Cream Says?
No, we will get to that in a moment.
Okay. And we're going to give away the Bape times Pharrell collab. But there are about 3 people that cannot participate. Penny is one of them.
God damn it.
JP is another one. I love
these shoes as well.
And his brother, Impossible 98, are not allowed to participate in it. And that's not because we don't like them, but it's just it wouldn't be fair, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm rigging anything. But those are my dudes. Anybody else is fair game. But I just know if whatever the stuff we have, they would slaughter everyone. Remember, George is allowed. Even though he's still probably going to beat everybody, but he's allowed.
I'm going to run through these rules quickly.
Okay.
We are not going to repeat these rules. I will post these rules on the website, otherspodcast.com. They will probably go in the show notes of this show, so you will need to refer back to them there if you are not sure of anything or if you have any questions, etc.
And Penny, just before you start with the rules, I'm just letting you know what I'm going to do also. I'm going to put it up on King of Cream's Instagram one time to tell everybody, if you want to participate in this, it's not going to be on the King of Cream's Instagram. So you must go follow the others to see exactly. I'm going to put it up one time to tell everybody exactly what I'm telling you now, that I'm not going to leave it there. So at this point, I'm going to put it up, and then from there, from here on out, we're going to do the Otherz podcast Instagram.
And that ties into the first task anyway, but we will get to that in a moment. So here we go. This is the boring shit, but please listen to this. Rules will be explained once. That's now. And will be posted with the podcast show notes. So that will be show number, I don't know what show this is, 5 or 6 or something, but you can refer back to this. We will not re-explain the rules. We will not answer DMs, etc. regarding the rules unless there are specific changes to the rules. And then we will try and be as clear as possible, and we will mention it on the podcast, and we will answer any questions regarding that specific change. Tasks will be explained on the podcast. We will not be posting additional information about the tasks on social media, and we will not re-explain them again unless there are changes. So you will need to listen, pay attention, and use some common sense, basically.
I agree with that.
Yeah, especially the common sense part, please.
Yeah.
Each task must be completed within 5 days of the episode airing. We tend to record on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, and I try and get the podcasts out that day or the day after, and then it's a week later when we record again. So you've got up until the next podcast airs pretty much, but it's 5 days. So if you want to be like on top of this, subscribe to the podcast, turn on your notifications for new episodes, so you will get the show as soon as we post it. We'll also kind of tie in the dates and stuff. We'll retrospectively check the dates of entrance tasks and stuff when they post them, and how that ties into the dates and times of the show and the finish time. If you don't manage to complete a task, keep completing the following ones. You will not be disqualified for missing any of the tasks. There will be a number of tasks. It is not just the person that completes them all. We don't expect everyone to complete all the tasks. If a bunch of people all get 4 out of 5, that's fine. You will then be put into a draw of some kind, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
The winner will be picked at random at the end of the contest. The winner will be picked from the users that have completed all or the most tasks, whichever is the highest.
Mm-hmm.
As I just mentioned, if no one completes all 5 tasks, the winner will be picked from a group of users that complete 4 of the tasks, or if only 3 are done, then it goes from people that have done 3. If a task is incorrect or incomplete, it will not count towards the final number of tasks. I.e., if you complete all 5 tasks but you get one wrong, or it's just completely fucked up, you will in effect only have completed 4 of the tasks. Incorrect or incomplete tasks cannot be redone after the 5-day time period. You may resubmit tasks during that 5-day time period. So once you get it done, post it up, double check it. If you want to tweak it or resubmit something else, then do so. Myself and David refused the right. This is a very technical one. We refuse the right to use any of the submitted audio or video from users in the podcast and within our social media platforms for audio and video promotional material purposes. We may share them on this podcast, on the website, on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc. So if you don't want something shared, then you will need to send an email to otherspodcast@gmail.com as soon as you submit it with, a link, the details, etc. And we will make sure we don't share it elsewhere. Don't send us DMs or add comments to places. Just send an email to us, because that will be monitored a bit more effectively than Dave's DMs.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. The prize will consist of 1 pair of Bape Pharrell Roadsters, I can't say the word, supplied from the personal collection of one David Travis, aka King of Creams. It will be men's US size.
How I'm going to do that is this, depending on who wins, it's either going to be 8.5 through 10.5. If you are an 11, you can definitely fit into a 10.5. So we're going to go from 8 to 11. If you're a 6, 7, or if you're a 13, 12, which I really haven't seen a lot in that size anyway, then I don't know if you really want to participate because I'm not going to do any type of supplements.
Yeah, so there will be... We're flexible on the sizes depending on what Dave has in stock, but we won't be doing exchanges for other random sizes, colours, shoes, etc., etc.
Right.
Should we find the shoe on sale anywhere in the future, we refuse the right to bar the winner from the contests and future participation in giveaways and other contests that we do on the podcast or on Instagram, stuff like that. So if you win and they're not your size and you want to shift them, fair enough, but be discreet about it. And we don't want to see them on sale.
Yeah, that's big.
And also, myself and Dave, we refuse the right to ban entry to any user at any point during the contest. Should we believe there's cheating or someone asks us for favours or answers, etc., bans are final and can only be reversed upon the agreement of both myself and David. We will not be having discussions about it. We will, if one of us says this person should be banned, then they stay banned. We will not do a backwards and forwards. That's all the rules. That was the boring shit.
Mm-hmm. That was really good, Penny.
The tasks we will do each week. This is task 1 this week.
Okay.
Do you want me to read this out, seeing as I've got the wording in front of me?
Yeah, I'm just going to just say one more thing, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
A lot of the times, guys, with the last task, a lot of the times what people would do is they would DM me because they didn't know if they were doing the tasks correctly. I'm not going to judge. Like Penny was saying, I'm not going to judge as far as, oh, yes, you're doing it right. Just submit it, and whatever happens, happens. I just want to be very clear on that. So once again, please listen to the rules that Penny has said. And I think once we kind of get through that, everybody's going to have a good time. But please just listen to the rules, all right? Thank you so much. Penny, continue. I'm sorry.
All right, so task 1. Task 1 is an easy one. You will need to make sure you are following at King of Creams, at Steve R. Penny, at Otherz Podcast. Anyone else, Dave, they need to follow that needs to be in on this?
Yeah, Shimmy Hoffa, and that's for a reason. But I can give you the Instagram right now. You're gonna follow. His name is Shimmy Hoffa. That's where I get all my music from, guys. That's SHIMMY. HOFFA, Shimmy Hoffa. You must be following the 4.
You must be following all 4 of us. That must be maintained until at least the end of the contest. Unfollowing during the contest will result in task failure.
Okay, I like
Once you have followed all of the accounts, you will need to post something, I don't care what, via Twitter or Instagram. And you will need to use these hashtags. It needs to be hashtag Otherz Podcast Task 1 with a number 1. So that's Otherz, obviously with a Z. Podcast Task 1 with a number 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hashtag the Otherz. Hashtag Otherz Podcast. And put at Otherz Podcast as well. So it just makes it easier for us to kind of see them and see people submitting them and stuff. So when you do your post, I don't care what it is, you just need to make sure you're following those 4 accounts: at King of Creams, at Steve R. Penny, at Otherz Podcast, at Shimmy Hoffa. Post something. Make sure you include the hashtags Otherz Podcast Task 1, the Otherz, Otherz Podcast, and at Otherz Podcast. And
I'm just going to post what you just said. If you want to send me the rules, I'm going to post it once on the King of Creams. This way everyone knows, and then that's it. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore on the King of Creams.
Yep. So yeah,
Okay.
go do that, people, and we'll keep an eye on that, and we will mark down all the respective people that complete that. You have 5 days from when this podcast comes out to actually go and do it. So we will also be checking the dates and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. That will be task 1 of 5 or maybe 6 tasks. We'll see how things go. But yeah, that's it. So I think we'll wrap it up there for this week, Dave, unless you've got anything else.
Listen, I'm ready to have a good time with the giveaway. I'm glad to be doing it. Like I said, good luck to everyone. If you have any questions, just check the rules. I'm going to post them today after you send them to me. But other than that, that's it. I'm excited to do this, man.
Good stuff. Well, that's it from us for this week then. We will hopefully be back next week. In the meantime, you can go follow us, as you should anyway, for this task. And just anyway, at Otherz Podcast, at King of Creams, at Steve R. Penny. You can get the show notes and information at otherspodcast.com. And you can find this podcast, I think, pretty much on every podcast app that is out on every platform at the moment now.
You did a good job with that. It's all over. We're all over.
Yeah, and there was confirmation we're on another platform of some kind this week as well, and I can't remember what that platform is. So we're pretty much everywhere now. So yeah, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications if you want to know as soon as an episode comes out. And yeah, we will speak to you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, take care, right? Penny, see you later, man.